Not necessarily going to be the case. We'll have to wait and see, but that is the assumption here. Showmaker playing Ezreal with Beryl on the Yuumi, and Malrang to play Volibear jungle. You can see the smites logged in. That was
like it. We'll see if it works out, as we are going to be jumping into game number 1. There we go. Just one last peek at the comp before we get into the game.
Yeah, just had to check it out one more time. So it is the Viego top, played by Khan, Cannon mid. You don't want to play the Akali into the set. Usually in most cases that ends up being...
Just not 100% sure. As we do have
This time no
Khan,
flash.
rather. Yeah, he's got no flash and he's slowed. I think he knows he's just dead. He's going to try to play this one out. Dodges the first harpoon, but now looking to potentially get over the wall with his ultimate, but no can do. First blood will be given over to Kingen, and that will help shore up some of that deficit he's been having with the CS.
I like that's actually what we're watching right now.
Oh, let's see how this one goes. Solka has no mana. He's able to get some, but just being chased down here. Already blew his ultimate. He's got a blast plant, but the damage is just too much. As
Beryl!
Okay, Beryl gets that last hit. And I thought that, you know, Cannon could easily follow over the ring rather than just clearing jungle champs. I don't want to overreact to it, but it's just something I noticed as we are getting ready for the Ocean Drake here. And DRX say this is just ours. We're just running at it. But DK looking ready to engage. That's a nice amount of damage on a bow. Great disengage coming out from the set, though. That will make sure that DRX pick up this dragon. Because now they're trying to turn onto Canyon here, and they're actually doing a really good job. The Akali goes down basically for free. And now 4-on-4. The ball is there in the front. The Shockwave still available. Malrang, Showmaker, and the Yuumi. And here comes Khan looking to get into the backside, but not actually committing.
This is where Viego's at his best, though. You get those health bars low, like you absolutely have to get out of here as DRX. You do not want to play against that amount of volatility. Khan gets one Luke, the miscoordination there, but I think controlling vision and getting on the Drake first is going to be so important. Because if you're trying to fight into this composition that DAMWON Kia have, you're going to have bad time.
Oh,
no shit.
He engaged so unbelievably fast there, just flashing the wall. Somebody... Oh man, somebody insulted Malrang. He's like just jumping straight on your face as, well, Bao will survive, but his two teammates did not, and just like that. As I mentioned, you know, it doesn't matter if Malrang falls behind on farm. It kind of sucks he didn't help his team in the early game, but he's still a champion. He's still a Volibear with Flash and Predator, and he will CC somebody and blow them up.
He didn't make a huge impact in the early game, but he did also not give DRX any advantages, and Volibear is a champion that his base stats alone kind of give him a great kit. Like, if you're the type of player who doesn't like to gank, I mean, he's great to play. You know, I mean, not in pro play, but right, if you're like playing solo queue, he's great to play because you can always be impactful as long as you don't feed. And look at the lightning speed in which this happens. He just goes straight over the wall, gets the stun, the follow-up is there. And, you know, you have 3 players completely ready to pounce the second he goes in. And it's just one mistake, one over. And all 4 champions have insane mobility, even Ezreal. So, yeah, I completely agree with you. All right, now DRX, this is the group up where you need to see the big shockwave. This needs to be the fight. This needs to be the definitive moment in this game.
Okay, well, they're just kiting back for now. Tom Kent's a little bit out of position. Becca will come in. Here's the engage once again. Again, a good kidnap, but Malrang goes in and he's able to get the dragon. That is pretty massive. Canyon comes in to the backside as the shockwave doesn't really do much. The Zhonya's is there for Canyon as he's looking to get in now, and they will be able to take out Solka as DRX is being pulled apart right now. Look at Canyon. He was below half health, now he's at full. The Yuumi just into the middle of the fight, and there is no escape for any of the members of DRX. It is a clean ace by DAMWON here at 30 minutes.
It's a fight that you can't play defensively like that. If you're DRX, you have to be the initiator. You have to be the one who's setting the stage. And if you can't actually control the Akali who's on the flanking angle there, you kind of have to back out. And yeah, it looks like this game just might fall apart 30 minutes in with the scaling they have. Baron buff, that's probably just it. Lights out.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Just one fight like that this late in the game, 30 minutes. With the Baron buff, DK will be able to push in. And it's looking like in this game, although the minions were not in range of this one, so the backdoor was denied there for a little bit, but it does not matter. Still going to take down the Nexus here in 31 minutes. Khan will survive at the end, and DAMWON Kia, it wasn't the most clear clean game we've ever seen, but they got the job done.
Yeah, this was...
It's Viego mid for Solka. That is coming in here.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. There's still a little bit of time if they wanted to mix it up, but...
Doesn't look like it's that. You got to trust it. If you're watching DAMWON Kia here, I think you favor them.
It's definitely a comp that has a boatload of synergy, right? Somebody's going to hit something, and then we're all diving in. There's not a lot of range. There's not a lot of siege. But it doesn't really matter because you have so many options for engage that the world is your oyster.
When they saw their lineup, right? When Chovy was taken away, we had the whole roster swaps happen before the season.
Pyosic's on vision here.
Yeah, he is.
I think he should be able to get away, but here comes the follow-up from Khan. Malrong is now going to be in vision, and DRX were like, why are you fighting us 1v2? Little did they know that the Rumble was here, and that is a 2-for-0 trade in favor of DAMWON Kia, as both Khan and Malrong will benefit.
Yeah,
but they do get a splash. Kingen dropping down the ultimate here, the Paranoia, as Pyosik is coming in. And just going to go 1v1. Can he actually win, though, is the question. The slow comes in. Khan is thinking about it, but the flash now from Kingen. He's going to hop the ward.
Malrong's here.
And Malrong, oh no, not again. The secret rumble from the jungle gets even more value. He's got 5 stacks on his Dark Seal 6 minutes into the game.
Oh, Malrong. I mean, these top exchanges are, Khan is, we're just like playing this extremely long extended trade now. Pyosik comes up, he scans, he knows there's no ward here, so Pyosik's like, okay, I got this. But Pyosik also doesn't have level 6.
Oh, here we go again. And guess who's here? This should not be a question. This should not be a surprise to anybody, especially Kingen, that Malrong is yet again in the top lane.
Malrong always comes up heads, Valdez. Point potentially for DRX. Like, they have to win this fight. If they just give this up or get wiped in this fight, like, their chance of coming back in the game are almost 0.
Yeah.
Kingen on the long flank here. He's got Paranoia available, of course, to engage in.
Yeah,
they really want that combo.
Malrong, he's got a stopwatch. You know what that means. He's going to be feeling pretty good. Not much value on that Ezreal ultimate. True Shot Barrage not doing much. Khan is actually zoning away Kingen. This is best case scenario for DK. Big equalizer just to zone them away, and they're going to pick up that Drake. Nice little engage coming in, but immediately denied by the set as the Diana ultimate does get a lot of value. But now fighting front to back, and a massive kick comes in from Khan. And this is exactly what DAMWON's comp is so good at doing. They get one engage, and everybody dives in and absolutely smashes them in that team fight.
I mean, you have a Kingen, right, a Nocturne getting zoned away by a champion that can re-engage into a fight super easily. At the same time, one of the worries in that moment is what if Kingen ults in while he's being pushed away? But if you have the perfect set follow-up here, as we saw from Canyon in the fight, you get a lot of time bought. Then you see Beryl come through, he's got a stopwatch, and this is just beautiful stuff. So, I mean, look at where Kingen is in this fight. He's not in it, right? He has to Paranoia in. He's being tracked. The engage is so late. Like, Becca comes in at the last possible second, and then Canyon saves the day, right? He dies, but Beryl has the follow-up pull-up. Look at where everybody is. And then Khan's like, yo, what's up? It's so easy to just follow up when you have this much coordination between your players, and when you have a set player who's willing to sacrifice in this moment everything just to get this turn on the team fight. You see Solka become set, but it's just like, well, you got a lot of stats from this one, but you're only delaying the inevitable.
야, 흥분하지 말고 칼퇴하고 집이나 가자. 휴가 마려.
He said, let's not take it slow. Let's finish this as soon as possible and go home. And if DRX lose anybody else, they just win the game. Sub 25. And, I mean, I don't see how you don't lose anybody else and also defend your Nexus. You're here to catch 22 problem.
They're ready to go. Like, they're not backing off.
Bye-bye.
This is what their comp does. Becca doesn't have his ultimate. Okay, Paranoia comes in, but it's... okay.
Cancel that one.
Quickest cancel I've seen on a Nocturne ultimate. That was real quick.
Not going to get a refund. A little bit too late on the cancel to get the money back guarantee, but it was enough to push them back. They only end up with one inhibitor here. 40 seconds left on the Baron buff. Looks like we're going to see a reset with another group up. I mean, DR against Khan.
Yeah. I don't
See how
know.
this goes.
Do they win this? Well, the teleport they do, and actually just 2v1 they do.
With the fear too, there's no recourse.
Yeah.
No flash for Khan also.
Okay. So nicely done, I suppose. That's one way to try to make it back here.
Showmaker, which just is so great in these moments where you're just trying to push to end and you're this far ahead. As yeah, I mean, this is a trap sprung. They catch Khan. The timing of this.
Yeah, it's just one of those mistakes that you can't afford at this point in time. There's one team fight that matters, and it's this one, and now you don't have a stopwatch. Let's see how it goes. Equalizer comes in. That actually hits 0 people. I'm not sure it's going to matter, though. Canyon's kind of ulting into the Alistair, and that's not going to get much value. They get the Infernal Soul, but DAMWON are like, I'm not sure about this one, actually. Trying to engage now is DRX. They're looking for the kill. On to Canyon. Canyon is fighting back very well, but he does go down. Barrel now coming in, and that's a massive engage now. Have they actually been able to come back in this one? The answer maybe is no, but now Bao is getting in. He gets a massive shutdown, and DRX finally engage somehow. And even though win the fight, I suppose.
Even though it feels like this is one of those late game team fights where suddenly Canyon wrapping all the way around. Look at the vision control. He sweeps too to make sure nobody knows. There's no wards around there, so they know that's one path they can take out too once they take this Baron. And you can't criticize DRX for not swinging the trap or pulling.
Here comes Becca. They're going for the engage, and there it is. The Baron does go down. Teleport is used, and in goes Kingin. Just trying to kite them out here a little bit, but now the engage coming out from Canyon, looking for this one. They do have a big equalizer, and there it is, as Khan is able to set up the kill onto Pyosik. And that is going to be a 2-for-0, as well as the Baron in favor of DAMWON.
You can't really criticize DRX for not, really pulling the trigger right and going into that fight straight away, because you know that you're going to get burst. You know you're going to get blown up so quickly. There were multiple moments where Pyosik could have actually popped his ultimate. He actually didn't use it in the fight because by the time he could actually close the gap and get in to get the ultimate value, right, and actually maybe turn a fight, he was blown up and the fight was already over. Becca tried his best. I mean, it was a heroic attempt, but unfortunately, DAMWON Kia are just so far ahead. You don't get any good fights in this game, DRX. You had the one miracle fight when DAMWON messed up, but they're not going to mess up twice.
All right, well, Solka is pushing forward and threatening.
One of the more frustrating things when you're in Ezreal and your damage is that high, but you're not fed. You're not actually carrying the game.
Yeah. Can feel, okay, Khan, not sure about this. Trying to face check a little bit. Now, he is baiting them into a corridor, which is really nice. That's a big follow-up, though, from Pyosik. Stopwatch is going to help Barrel, and Canyon's kind of in the middle of nowhere here, trying to follow up on Bao. But Bao gets some room. They're trying to get onto Bao, and finally they will. And that really was the main objective for them, as it's kind of a crazy womp of a fight in here. Solka's trying to go 1v2 now, as he may be able to do it with the Kaisa. He's trying to trade back, but
SGA, but it's not going to be enough anymore.
Yeah.
Malrong's damage is insane in this fight.
They're actually like kind of scared of him. They're like, I don't know.
But I mean, that's Viego, right?
Once he misses the stun, it's like, okay, now he can go back in. So no more resets, and no resets in this game. Malrong and Canyon will march in and take the game down.
Yeah. Easy peasy at the end of the day to finish off the Nexus. There were a few heroic moments again, a few attempts for DRX. It felt like they were ready to absolutely engage and play a great game when they were behind, when it was too late. We needed to see some of those miracle engages and punishes earlier.
Hit the Nexus. We got an Ezreal available. If he can stop the minions, well, no, not quite. There were just too many super minions in there to get the job done.
Very optimistic, Valdez.
He almost killed both of the champions, at least. Almost.